welcome to Let's Be Real. I'm your host, Adriana Camacho. I hope you're having a great day today. I'm going to be interviewing Chef Rad.
Hi everyone, how you doing? Hi Adriana.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Now, what's your name that you go by?
Well, you just said it's Chef Rad. My real name is Conrad, but Chef Rad, since I shortened my name and threw the chef in front of it, and it's an easy way to know it's me.
Did it randomly pop out
Yeah, it used to be Chef Khan, but then I changed it to Chef Rad because I feel like that flows off the tongue a little bit more. And then you think of Chef Khan as it's a con chef, like is he gonna con you? So I kind of changed that up a little bit.
Now, when did you want to become a chef? When did you know that was the moment?
Well, I've been in the field for over 20 years. I actually started in the kitchen when I was 19. I used to be a dishwasher. I started as a dishwasher. I worked my way up. I actually worked for Ruby Tuesdays for quite some time. I used to open a lot of their restaurants. I even opened the one in Manhattan. That's what I used to do. And then after a while, I just, I branched out and did different types of restaurants as far as high-end, deli, so on and so forth. And I kind of honed my skills, and I said I just wanted to go into business for myself. I started about maybe 3 years ago. Technically speaking, I got my LLC 3 years ago.
Oh, did you go to school for that?
No, I started to. I didn't finish. My mom is also a chef, so I learned a lot from her. She went to school for that. So that's where I got my schooling from, I guess. That and experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you use her recipes?
Some of them. One of the ones that I use, the first time I went, she's not my wife, but the first time I went to my girlfriend's house at the time, I made these baked curry wings with which was my mom's recipe, but I added my own flair to it. I put coconut dipping sauce. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do get a lot of help from my mom when it comes to recipes and so on and so forth.
Oh, okay. Now, what most ingredients do you use?
So what I use a lot is jerk. So I do fusion food, Carib fusion I call it. So I'll do I'll make, for instance, jerk shrimp scampi. So I make a jerk shrimp, make the jerk shrimp on the grill, and then I'll make the scampi how I normally would, which is a beurre blanc sauce with pasta and so on and so forth. And then another one is I do jerk chicken fried rice or jerk shrimp fried rice. So I take a lot of different, whether it's Latin, Asian, Italian, and I fuse them with Jamaican flavors.
Do you have your favorite dish?
I do. I have one today, actually. Let's see. This is one of our popular dishes, or one of our main dishes, or my main dishes, I should say.
Okay.
And today I did wings. So you've got rice and beans, jerk wings, which is cooked over an open flame.
Okay.
And sometimes I finish in the oven, sometimes I finish it right on the grill, but I'll finish it in the oven with a little bit of beer to kind of help tenderize it and keep it nice and moist. And on top of it is a mango salsa, if you can see that. Is a mango salsa. And then in there as well, it's called a Carib slaw. So the Carib slaw has ginger, lime, agave, salt, a little garlic. It has cilantro, Savoy cabbage, peppers, onions. It's a nice full meal, if you would. That's one of them. I also have some other ones if you want to see those as well.
Yes, of course.
So I brought a version of my Level Up fry. It's missing the chicken. I apologize for that, but at least you get the idea. So this is a Level Up fry, and I will explain exactly what goes on. This is a very popular one that I brought out this year. I apologize that it doesn't have everything on it. Oh, well, the only thing it's missing is the chicken. So it gets seasoned fries. It gets cheddar and jack cheese. It gets jerk chicken, a little sweet heat on top of that, and then roasted red aioli on top of that and then finally topped off with green onions. So those are called our Level Up fries. Let's see what else I have here. This may be the same thing I showed you before, but you could actually get a better picture of the chicken because I put the sauce on the side in this one. So to say, yep. So you could see, yeah, that chicken looks good.
It does look good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I put that one on the side. That's the same jerk chicken one. This was the other one, right? Did I open this one? So these are wings. I brought wings today as well, wings with fries. These ones, I believe, oh yes, these are my jerk barbecue wings. So they come with fries, blue cheese, and celery. I know, I'm sorry, I'm making you hungry. I apologize. I apologize. And this one is sweet chili. Okay. Sweet chili wings with the same thing. Blue cheese, celery, and fries. All made with love. Hence our name, One Love. I try to make everything with love. Not try to, I do.
That's really sweet.
Thank you.
How does that, okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I know the smells are getting to you.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my God. I can't even think straight. But I am typically those hangry people, right? So does it bring you joy when you see people that, they come in and then they try your food and then they're like, oh my God, they come back and they give you that good criticism?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I like all criticism, whether it's bad or good. Mm-hmm. But I definitely love the great feel that people get when they're eating my food and they're so surprised. A lot of times when I put my food out and they look at it like, wow, you know what I mean? Because I try to make it vibrant and colorful. Mm-hmm. And as well as when you taste it, it tastes as vibrant and colorful. But it's one of the best feelings. Like I said, I like both types of feedback because I'm always looking to improve. So if there's something that someone that may not like or so on and so forth, and it's something that I can improve on, then I will.
Okay, it's good that you could take good and
Absolutely.
bad. It's good for improvement.
Yep.
Do you offer any cooking classes?
I do actually. I'm actually working on that right now. I have done them before. I do private chef. I do private chef events as well. Not events. I mean, it could be something that as somebody wants me to. I did not too long ago. I did one for a family, and it went well, and they enjoyed it. They can't wait to do it again. I do those. I do pop-ups, whether it's vineyards or vineyards or breweries. I also do catered events. I do different events that I can cater, whether it's small, large, whatever the case is. I try to do it all. I try to be as well-rounded as possible when it comes to food.
Okay, well, let me know when's the next one, because I definitely will be taking those.
I'll make sure to give you my card.
I'm not a good cook. Not at all.
Well, I'll be happy to show you some things, because I even make sofrito for my rice and stuff like that. Yeah. That's one of the ways where I infuse different styles of cooking. Like I use sofrito in my rice and beans, as well as coconut cream.
Oh, wow.
So that's the Jamaican side with the coconut cream, and then I always liked the idea of sofrito when I used to have food that had it in there. So I was like, let me see how I can incorporate that.
Yeah, my mom makes sofrito, but again, I'm really bad at it. I'm not good at all. I struggle with ramen. And the instructions in the back. So, what's that dish called?
Oh, so this one is this one that you're looking at. That is my jerk chicken. I don't know if that's the jerk chicken. Yeah, that's the Alfredo. I'll say that's the jerk chicken Alfredo. Right there. So it has roasted red peppers on top, a little parsley for garnish. And all the time if you ever have jerk chicken and if it's not made over an open flame, then it should be called baked jerk chicken, because an official jerk chicken, anywhere you go, or if you go to Jamaica and you go get jerk chicken, it's made on a steel drum, over pimento wood. I even use banana leaves to put on top of the chicken to help that smoke stay in there. So that's the only way I make jerk chicken. I don't do baked jerk chicken. And I always say I always make fun. They're like, something's wrong with you. But I'm like, no, it's the truth. If it's not cooked that way, you have to call it baked jerk chicken because it doesn't have the same flavor.
Yeah.
It kind of does, but it doesn't. It needs that smoke flavor that you can only get from charcoal or wood or straight flame.
Do you do any seafood?
I do. I do all seafood, all types of seafood. I do seafood. I make vegan food, gluten-free food. What else? And I'm still trying to learn different things. Like what I'm interested in now, I'm learning a little different Korean barbecue, like different Asian style dishes that I haven't really been able to play around with, some African dishes and stuff like that. But I make a lot of, and that's the shrimp
Lord.
version. That's the jerk shrimp scampi.
Oh, I've never heard of jerk shrimp before.
No, well, here you are. Now I got you.
You know what?
Chef Rada put you on.
Do you have a truck or anything?
I'm working on a truck. I'm working on a truck, and with doing things like this may help me to get to the point where I can get a truck. And ultimately, my goal is to have multiple trucks so that I can get other people within the community as well to have their own little business. And I kind of be like, have my own truck, but also be a sponsor for other people that would like to do what I'm doing, that do very well in the kitchen or make great food, but they don't have an avenue to get there. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm working on. Soon enough, I'll have a truck. Soon enough.
Well, guys, stay tuned for that one.
Yes, stay tuned for it. Yeah.
You gotta try that jerk shrimp. Yes.
I'm mad I apologize I didn't bring it today, but at least I know for next time. Maybe one day I'll pop up and drop you on some food.
So generous. Oh my God, God bless, God bless. Now, I want to ask, what is your proudest moment as a chef?
Ooh, never been asked that one before. That's a good one. My proudest moment as a chef. I get, the proudest moments I always have is when children eat my food or younger kids eat my food and they're like 10, 12, like 9, between 9 and lower, and they enjoy it because they're so picky. Other than that, it's my mom saying to me, like she said to me about like my food one day, oh no, wow, like something that I made was better than hers, and she said it herself. I think it was the rice and beans or something like that. So that's one of my proudest moments because my mom is she's also a chef. She's not only a mom because a lot of moms are chefs to begin with, right, in a sense, but she also went to Johnson & Wales and graduated from there. So she's a chef, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for her to say like, wow, your food is really good. And then one time too, my father said to me, and I never used to get compliments from him, so I took it. God rest his soul. He said to me, he was like, Junior, this is the best food, the best jerk chicken I ever had, and we're from Jamaica. So for him to say that, like I don't get compliments from him, or I didn't, so those are great moments right there that I'll never forget.
Yeah, cherish those moments.
Yeah, definitely.
Is there a time where you made a mistake in the kitchen?
Oh yeah.
How did you handle that?
You just gotta figure whatever the mistake you made and get it done. I mean, there's times when you could drop something on the floor, after I just finished cooking it. Oh. At the end of the day, you have to throw it in the trash and start again. And when you make these mistakes, as long as you're communicating with the people that you're working with, and especially the customers, you want to let them know, like, listen, it's going to take a little bit longer. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll send out something that they didn't have an appetizer, send out a little appetizer, give you a little time. And it happens. Nobody's perfect. We're gonna make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I make a lot of mistakes.
Hey.
I mean, especially with cooking. I already told you.
Listen, one time I was picking up this big pot that had veal stock in it, and I lost the grip of it, and I burnt my whole hand. But the only mistake I made that day, besides burning myself, I stayed at work. It was like 3rd-degree burns, and I stayed at work. I just, put whatever I had to put on it and stayed at work. But I would never do that again if I was to ever get burned.
Was it busy that day?
Yeah.
I would again try. I would try. A tattoo of a knife.
Yeah, so it has my name on it. It has Chef Rad on it.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He couldn't get any cooler. He makes.
And it's an actual knife that I have in my one of my knives I have, and I love the way it looked, and I love the way it cuts as well. So I got to put on for my 45th birthday a couple months ago.
Okay.
Yep, Chef Rad.
Is there a certain way you cook? I mean, of course, but like, is there a certain way you cut?
So there's many ways that I can cut. You know, a lot of chefs, you can use your knuckle, which I do use depending on what I'm cutting. And you know, when you're doing that, you can actually look at somebody and talk to them while you're doing that because you're using your knuckle to guide your knife. But it's something that you shouldn't be skilled at.
I'd be like,
yeah, seriously, it's not something you should get up and start doing one day. But yeah, I'm pretty methodical when I do my prep. I like for things to be not too uniform because I'm using fresh ingredients. So for instance, like my mango sauce or pineapple sauce, or some the cuts might be a little bit different, but you know.
Yes. Now, is there any advice you would like to give to beginner cooks? Well, me especially.
At the end of the day, if it's something that you're interested in, and you don't even have to be interested in, I mean, you should know how to cook for yourself. It's always a good thing because there's going to come times when it's like, you might not want something, or it might be too far to get what you want, so why not learn how to make it yourself? And don't give up. I mean, just like with anything else, it just takes a little perseverance, a little hard work. It's not that hard. It really isn't. And if you're looking for somebody to teach you how to cook or help you with lessons, I'm here for it.
Oh, I definitely have to do a call because I'm getting older. Gotta learn how to cook, especially for myself, like you said. It's worth it.
Definitely. I mean, you don't really have anything to lose, and then not only that, like once again, you know, there are going to be times when there's certain things you don't want, or out on the street or close by. You know, as far as food is concerned, it might be stuff that you don't want or you're tired of, and it's like, let me just throw something together quickly. That's one of I used to go to people's houses and just be like, what do you have in your fridge and in your cabinets? And I just started cooking food. That's kind of how I started cooking. Like, people used to tell me you should go on Chopped and these different things. I almost made it on Hell's Kitchen. Was it Hell's Kitchen? I got through three interviews, but I don't think I was candid enough on when I did my video interview. I think if I was a little bit more hyped and showed them, you know, a little bit more personality, I probably would have been on Hell's Kitchen. But that was some time ago.
Oh, okay. Well, we actually seen you at the Main Street Festival.
Yes.
Can we see that video?
Oh, we have a video.
We have a video.
Everything on the menu I make salad dressings, sauces. I even have a drink that I brought. You know, it's a nice, I call it the refresher because it's refreshing and it's good for your gut because it has some ginger in it. Yeah, I do make everything though. I take pride in the food that I make, you know, so, you know, that's basically nice.
That was
Sorry.
really good.
That's what I do on a regular basis. That last one you saw it's usually pineapple salsa. The other day when I was looking, I was like, oh, I didn't feel like going around, and I went to a couple of different places and find pineapple. So we're just gonna go with mango today. So I got a bunch of mangoes and made mango salsa. I mean, mango goes well. I like to do the sweet with the spicy to kind of cut the heat a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I try to stick with the three things: sweet, savory, spicy. So you get all of that in
All
my
at
dish.
one
Yes.
time.
Yes. That's always the goal.
I want to try now. I really want to try. Like, I have to know because the way that you're explaining it and the way that it smelled was perfect.
Well, thank you. I mean, I couldn't come here and talk about food and not bring any. Definitely not.
At least we know.
Yep.
Now, I wanted to ask, is there a least favorite dish?
Least favorite. Well, people ask about Rasta pasta, right? I don't make Rasta pasta. That's not a thing. For me. For the simple fact that Rastas don't eat pasta. So the fact that they put the two things together, and a lot of places sell it, but I myself won't make it because it's a part of my culture as far as where I'm from. You know, I'm from Jamaica, and if you know anything about Rastas and how they live, they eat nothing but natural food. They call it Ital food. So don't eat anything processed. And pasta is a processed thing. You know, it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's just, it doesn't go with what Rastas really stand for. So I don't make those things. So I make like the jerk shrimp scampi. Mm-hmm. Some people call that, like I was explaining to somebody, and they're like, oh, that's Rasta pasta. I was like, no, it's jerk shrimp scampi. You know? So I don't make that. I mean, I can, but it won't be called Rasta pasta.
You'll be like, no, not here. Not here.
No.
Are you having anything added to your menu? Well, like upcoming?
Well, I debuted two things when I was in Massachusetts not too long ago. One was the jerk chop, mm-hmm. which is boneless thigh, jerk chicken, chopped with peppers and onions, a little sweet heat, mixed cheddar and jack, and the same sweet roasted red pepper aioli on cocoa bread. You know what cocoa bread is?
No, I don't know.
So cocoa bread is a bread that we make. It's basically known. It comes from Jamaica, and it's like, how can I explain it? So it's like a soft bread it's made just like any other bread is made, with yeast, milk. Well, not all bread has milk, but yeast, milk, flour, salt, pepper, sugar, not pepper, salt, sugar. And the way it's baked, it has I put water in the bottom of the oven, and it helps to steam it while baking it, so it gets nice and fluffy and still soft. So it's basically just like a soft fresh bread that I put the meat in, and it came out well, and people loved it when I debuted it. So it's just a new thing that's on my menu. As far as some new things, I'm always in the works of looking at new things. Oh, one of the other things I do is jerk chicken egg rolls.
What?
Yeah, I do jerk chicken egg rolls. So I try to do many variations with the things that I have, mm-hmm. As far as the jerk is concerned. So I'll take the jerk chicken and I'll shred it and I'll mix it with my Carib slaw, and then I'll wrap it in an egg roll and fry it. And then I didn't even bring my sauces. I also have sauces and salad dressings. I have a lemon vinaigrette that's really good. I have a sauce called Sav sauce. I should have brought, if I would have thought of it, I'm just not thinking of it, because we got a new logo for our sauces, and what I'm calling our sauce is called Kuya sauce. So it's from the Kuya line, so it'll have like Sav sauce, which is my version of spicy aioli. Mm-hmm. I also have my lemon vinaigrette. I have slaw dressing, which is with ginger. I think I was telling you before, with the ginger, lime, agave, salt, stuff like that. Just a lot of fresh ingredients. I try to do things on the healthier end, as far as, because, I offered fried items and things like that too, but I also try to make sure that we have healthy options. Even the ingredients that I put in my food, the seasonings and things like that, they don't have MSG in them. They don't have a lot of things in them that would not be good for, basically not good for you. Because there's some things that we eat that cause cancer. Oh. You know what I mean? Even the preservatives in our food. And I try to be mindful of that. I try to pay attention to that. Even the chicken that I buy, like I don't like the chickens that look too big, like they look abnormal to me. If I'm not going to eat it, I'm not going to sell it to you. You know what I mean? If I have to pay a little bit more money, I'll do it. I'm not going to feed somebody something that I myself won't eat, or feed my children.
Yeah.
That's it.
You have kids?
Yes, I do.
Do your kids cook?
Some of them, yes. My oldest just started cooking because she had to, because she goes to Southern, mm-hmm. And she had a dorm, so she had somewhere she could cook and what have you. So she had to learn, because it's like, paying for food all the time is expensive.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's very expensive, so you're better off learning how to cook. So my oldest is 22. I have a 22-year-old, a 20-year-old, should be 21 the end of this month. I have my 16-year-old stepson, and I have a 9-year-old. Oh, and I have my 16-year-old my 16-year-old as well. He's my son. Two of them my 16-year-old lives in Georgia, and then my my 20-year-old, she's in the Navy, and then my oldest one lives with me. Like I said, she goes to Southern, and then I have my 9-year-old. Yeah, those are all my babies.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm about family, and I try to promote as much family as I can, because I feel like sometimes we get away from that. You know what I mean?
Especially with cooking. Do you cook like all the time?
I cook a lot. My wife cooks as well. She's a great cook as well, so. You know, it's not like I have to get, I wouldn't marry anybody that couldn't cook anyway. I wouldn't. I mean, I can't do all the cooking.
Does she be showing you how to cook?
She's made some things and I'm like, okay. You know, there's certain things that, yeah, definitely certain things that is like, okay. And I'll copy of some of them, you know, like even, like, Haitians call it banan, Puerto Ricans call it tostones.
Oh,
she taught me how to make those really well, because I used to make them one way, and she's like, oh, you should do it like this, and I tried it that way. I was like, oh, okay, so I stuck to that. You know, we'll do like, she'll season the chicken, and I'll make a whole fried chicken and stuff like that.
Okay. Have you tried tostones de pana?
Yes.
My favorite of
Definitely
all time.
have.
I prefer them over than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, or the fries de pana.
Yes.
Amazing. How long would it take to cook that? Because again, I don't cook. So.
It depends. But probably, if it's just that, maybe 20 minutes. You know, depending on what's going with it. Because sometimes, you know, if it's a meat because the first one you said is what'd you call it? The sandwich one, right? Before you said the fries is I can't remember what you said, but it doesn't take long to make it, especially when it comes to tostones or anything that's going with it. It doesn't really take long. It's just prepping yourself ahead of time. Yeah. That's where the most work comes in, is the prep. True. The actual cooking, as long as you have a good flow, good technique, you good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, are you stationed anywhere right now?
No, I'm in Bridgeport. I'm just doing catering right now. I'm at 1349 Dixwell Avenue in Hampden, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, from 5 to 9 at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll be going back to work soon. But it'll work out with my schedule, because I also work at Fairfield University in the kitchen. Yeah, in the dining hall. Sorry.
I bet they're lucky. I'm gonna for college. I'm gonna go there. I'm like, hey, Chef Ryan.
You can't say that yet. You gotta try the food first.
Oh,
it might not be as good as it smells. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
It's good. I heard it. I already tasted it. Well, I need those people to check it out in Hampden, right?
Yes.
I need to go check it out.
Yeah.
Make sure if he's around to go try out his food and his drinks, because he got drinks. I see that.
I do.
It's so nice meeting you.
It's very nice
interviewing you. It was a pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now stay tuned for the next one. Make sure you have a good day and stay blessed as usual. See you for the next one. Bye.